Hey, how's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Let's Play Bloodborne. Last time I got abducted by a snatcher and I went to jail. And now we're back out on the streets of Yharnam after killing Dark Beast Parl. And we're going to do our normal routine of catching up with some NPCs. And then we can get started back on the main story path.
Have I heard of Bergenworth? Afraid I can't say that I have. The locals aren't apt to share any local history. I'm afraid I may not be of help for much longer. And...
Gilbert's not long for this world. Also not sure if we've heard that dialogue before or not. Next up is going to be the little girl in the window, the daughter of Father Gascoigne. Oh, that's kind of new. That woman didn't have much to say before, but now she's growling at us like a deranged Tim the Toolman Taylor. Up next, before I go up the ladder, I'm going to show some cool-off. If you hit up on the D-pad, you'll lose a little bit of health, but you'll get something called blood bullets, which are just 5 extra bullets. And you can recover that health right away with a quick little visceral attack. So it's essentially a couple of free bullets. No response. So it looks like the little girl must have gone and wandered off. Let's see if we can retrace her steps and find her. So she must have gone down the ladder because she definitely didn't go into the courtyard with the fountain. That's too dangerous. So somehow she slipped by the ogre pounding on the door. The ogre must have been distracted. She probably would have come down this way because of all the crows. Let's see, we have the sewers down here, so she must have gone down into the sewers. The crows don't really have a chance to catch up with her. These guys with their torsos torn off, they can't really keep up with her if she's running. So she must have gone to this tunnel with the pig. And that seems pretty dire, because how the hell would she have gotten around the pig? Luckily, the pig only drops a couple of blood vials, so she must have been... Wait, there's something else here. Oh, shit. The pig also now has a red messenger ribbon on him. Oh god, I don't know where the messenger ribbons are, or the messenger adornments. There they are. Let's check this out. Red ribbon that the messengers are oddly fond of. The thick, pungent red was drawn from the organs of some unfortunate victim. A strange choice indeed, but perhaps for the messengers wearing this accessory constitutes a form of mourning. Oh. Yeah. I mean, there's no guarantees that that ribbon belonged to the little girl, but... sure seems likely, especially since the messengers are mourning someone. Yeah, I told you it wasn't getting much better for that little girl. Strangely enough, we're not done with her storyline, even though she appears to be apparently dead. Ah, what a dumbass! He hurt himself triggering the flaming boulder trap. What a dumbass. Now that we have that little melancholy out of the way, let's go and talk to Agatha.
Oh, the hunter. Alive and well at that. Another one you sent made it here safe and sound. This place is a haven now for so many. Thanks to you. I'm... overjoyed. Really? That you'd even give me the time of day. I don't suppose there's anybody out there worth saving anymore, but you did all you could. And so many owe you so much. Amazing, really. Not because you're a hunter, but because you're you. Makes me think, once dawn breaks, maybe I can just, you know, start over. Makes it easier to bear all of this, you see. You've made life easier. Thank you. If you please, kind hunter, when the night of the hunt passes, suppose we could be friends? Maybe? Now, I know I hardly deserve it, but, well, I had to just ask, you know. Out of line. Yes, perhaps so. But, well, give it a thought. If you wouldn't mind, of course. Once the night of the hunt, give it...
That was strangely touching. I start off not trusting him, but he's genuinely just lonely. Also a little guilty from the way he talks. We'll save Ariana's dialogue for a moment. That was nice, though. I like that. And here's the nun we rescued from the Hypogean jail.
Oh, brave hunter. You're alive. Thank you very much. The town is in disarray, but there are still people here. Together we await the help of the healing church. I cannot begin to express my gratitude to you. The only thing that I can offer is my own lowly blood, if it would suffice. Yes, of course. Coming close. Now, take my blood. Brave hunter, please give me a little more time. There are others in need of my blood.
God damn, everyone wants to give us their blood. Blood taken from Adela, so that's her name. Nun of the Healing Church restores an amount of HP, then continues to gradually restore HP for a short time. The Healing Church nuns are chosen for their merit as vessels for blood and groomed as blood saints. The mere chance of being treated with their blood lends legitimacy to the Healing Church and communion. Man, I cannot even imagine the amount of hepatitis running rampant throughout Yharnam.
I'll spare you one nugget of advice. Beware the Lady of the Night. I can see it in her eyes. She deeply resents the young saint. She hears people whisper. She knows what people think of her. Yes. She despises the saint for having what she doesn't. Bloody wench, they should have moved her on ages ago. I've no time for
That's an interesting warning from the skeptic, who's wrong about basically everything. So you kind of have to take him with a grain of salt.
Oh, the good old days. What a laugh, eh?
The old woman that we rescued earlier is losing her mind at an alarming rate.
Oh, hello. The whole town's turned, has it? Quite a big family now, aren't we? Though I'm afraid I seem to be the black sheep. Back for my blood, I presume?
No.
Oh, that's a pity. Anytime you're ready.
I don't want any more of her blood. Because if you take too much blood from her, Adela the nun will murder Ariana the prostitute. That's why I'm kind of avoiding blood transfusions from Ariana. That's what I mean when I say the skeptic has an interesting warning. He says that the prostitute is jealous and she resents the nun, when in reality it might be the other way around. And if you look over your shoulder while you're talking to Ariana, as long as Adela is also back in the chapel, you'll notice that Adela is staring. She glares at you. Oh, god damn it. Well, this attack siphons off your insight. You can see it slowly draining. I got blindsided, stupidly. Adela will glare at you while you talk to Ariana. And if you take, I think it's 3 transfusions of Ariana's blood, Adela will then murder Ariana. Come on now. I love the stake driver. It's such a fun-ass weapon to use. I don't really have it blood gemmed out right now, so it's not doing as much damage as it could. Back here, there's usually a twin Bloodstone shard, or 2 of them maybe. I picked that one up off camera. So we're done with those NPCs now. We can head back out here. Remember the locked door back down this path where the guy asked you for the password? That's where we're going to progress the main story path. And Alfred's out here, actually.
Oh, good to see you safe. Now, let's think up something to discuss. Just tell me what piques your interest. As you know, the Healing Church is the fountainhead of blood healing. Well, I'm a simple hunter, quite but I have heard that
I don't think any of this is new.
Ah, there's something I want to tell you. A bit of wisdom from the eminent master Logarius. Once, a scholar betrayed his fellows at Bergenworth and brought forbidden blood back with him to Canehurst Castle. It was there that the first of the inhuman Vile Bloods was born. The Vile Bloods are fiendish creatures who threaten the purity of the Church's blood healing. The ruler of the Vile Bloods is still alive today. And so, to honor my master's wishes, I search for the path to Canehurst Castle. In his time, Master Logarius led his executioners into Canehurst Castle to cleanse it of the Vile Bloods. But all did not go well, and Master Logarius became a blessed anchor, guarding us from evil. Tragic, tragic times. That Master Logarius should be abandoned in the accursed domain of the Vile Bloods. I must free him, so that he may be properly honored in martyrdom. Bergenworth isn't, in this set, and it's in his time, but I bid you farewell. It has been a pleasure. May the good blood guide your way.
Alfred's always so cordial. We'll talk about the Vile Bloods in just a second. First, let's head down the path. The password is what we got from the gold pendant dropped by Vicar Amelia. Fear the Old Blood.
The password.
And we're on to the Forbidden Woods. But first off, this guy asking us for the password is a skeleton. Oh my god, that kills me! Already dead. Fucking love that. Oh my god, that's so stupid. Oh, shit. I don't know why it's like that. That is one of the silliest things in the whole game. The lore implications of that, I don't fully understand, but the goddamn comedy implications are vast. That's a deep, deep well of comedy, I feel. Oh yeah, Forbidden Woods. This is a tough zone to navigate. It's, as you can see, hugely vertical, and that's not even the bottom of the Forbidden Woods. It goes way, way down. It's an elaborate zone. It's actually a lot smaller than it looks, but it twists and turns, and so much is concealed behind trees on these little side paths that it actually feels open and sprawling and gigantic, and very, very easy to get lost in. In reality, it's actually kind of linear. It's just that they conceal so much so well. There's always stuff behind graves and bushes and trees and shit. So I'm gonna try to tackle this as meticulously as possible and not miss anything, which that's going to be a tall order to fill. That guy, the first time I came through here, I thought he was throwing the corrosive goo from Dark Souls 2 at you. I was like, he's gonna break my shit. No, what he's throwing at you are oil urns, and you notice there's a lot of fire in this zone. There are a lot of enemies wielding torches. There are a lot of bonfires around that you can step in and get burned. The oil will double the amount of damage you take from fire. So they're kind of annoying enemies. They're there to trap you. You drop blood vials, right? Yeah. To recap what Alfred was saying about the Vile Bloods, there was a scholar at Byrgenwerth. We know all about Byrgenwerth. In fact, we're on our way there through the Forbidden Woods now that it's opened up. He betrayed his colleagues and brought so-called forbidden blood to Castle Canehurst. Hey, an executioner. We haven't seen these guys in a while. No, last time we saw him was Hemwick Lane. The church formed the executioners to hunt the Vile Bloods down. Oh god, this is going poorly. Poorly. Uh-oh. I need to get this off. I need to get away for a second, because I have no pistol equipped, and I really want to parry this dude. And he does not want me to, so, yeah, backstab him. Jesus. This is what happens when I can't parry an executioner. I have a hard time fighting them straight up. Let's get that blunderbuss on, and not make that mistake twice. He followed me for a while. Alfred is searching for the Queen of the Vile Bloods, who is holed up in Canehurst Castle. We still don't exactly know what the Vile Bloods did that makes them so hated by the church, but whatever it was, the Healing Church considered it or them an affront. Now, considering what the Healing Church is up to and all their shady shit, the Vile Bloods may or may not be such a bad group. I promise you we will find out, though. To shift gears a little bit, the other day I was trolling through Reddit, and I came across this really heartwarming post. Another LPer, guy who goes by the name of Irregular Dave, made a post that he would be doing a blind LP of Bloodborne. Every death that he incurs over the course of the playthrough, he's going to be donating £1 to a blood cancer charity based in the UK. That beautiful and creative act of charity was so inspiring to me that I would like to announce that I'm going to be doing something similar. Now, since I'm obviously not playing this blind, I would have an unfair advantage, so it's not really fair to only do $1 or... No, a British pound's worth a little bit more than $1 US. Either way, I'm going to be doing $10 per death, and that'll be going to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. If you guys could help me keep track of all my deaths, that would be much appreciated. I'm counting both intentional and unintentional deaths, so either accidental deaths or ones to like the Snatcher last time, which I intended to die to, or the Werewolf in the beginning of the game. If you guys could keep track of those deaths, that would be helpful. Okay, over this bridge we have some cool stuff going on. We have an ambush of a rifleman and guy with an axe. That's no problem, really. Although, it's cool to note that these guys are not dressed entirely the same as the villagers we fought in the beginning of Central Yharnam. These guys are adorned all in white. No, what makes this area interesting is there's a trap, as that note alluded to. First, we'll pick up twin Bloodstone shards. We're gonna start getting a lot more of those soon. Look up into the trees. There's a big spiked log waiting up there, and covered with a few planks of wood is a pressure plate. You can avoid that altogether, or run through it. The thing I love about this trap is that, after it swings back and forth a few times, like if you backstep to avoid it, you're thinking, I'm so good, I avoided the shitty trap. The log comes loose and rolls at you, and if it doesn't kill you flat out, it knocks you off the cliff. So you don't want to be in that path. Let's see, we got another one of you guys over here. Should be pretty okay dealing with you now. Oh god. Kirkhammer is so fucking good. It staggers them really easily. This overlook, the cliff up here, you can use to pull these enemies, or you can just fall down by accident. None of them triggered. That's helpful. I was gonna say you can pull them with a pebble and make this next valley down here a little bit easier on yourself, but since they're being dumb, I guess this works just as well. Alright, now they're gonna come at me. This dude is throwing oil, there's another guy throwing oil right there, and you can see how much damage that does. It's devastating. It's devastating to get hit with his oil and then with a torch. Yeah! There's still the dog down there, isn't there? I guess it's not a big deal. The dog can't figure his way back up the cliff. So I'm totally fine up here. Even though this is like the worst spot to handle this fight. Totally okay right now. Come on, come on. Ah, that sucks. He wouldn't come at me. Whoa! This is like the worst spot you can possibly take this fight because you have no room to maneuver. And my back's to a bunch of enemies, so even if I wanted to back up, I would just be pulling more stuff. Normally, I like to pull stuff from the overlooking cliff and take stuff one by one, as is usually ideal to do in Bloodborne. Sometimes I'll just come straight down this way and take it all head on. I thought there was one more enemy. Guarantee I'm about to get ambushed by him. Or maybe not, maybe not. Is that an executioner right here? No, that's a wolfman. Ah! Didn't time that right. 2 swings is all it takes, though. And the Kirkhammer being so big and slow staggers them really effectively. It's got a lot of punch. Let's see. The red glow that's mysteriously there can kind of act as a landmark for you if you want. Makes it a little bit easier to navigate this place. Hey, you! Get back here. Crows, don't care about them. I will be getting this beast. Now we can deal with the crows. Fast weapon. Ideal. And 3 twin Bloodstone shards. And that's all this path is for that scurrying skull beast that leads you into a flock of crows. A murder of crows. Now this red marked path leads you out into a ditch. It looks like it's a solid path, but as soon as you step on the wood, it falls away and you slide down a cliff into a spot that you really don't want to be in. And if you instead come around on the left, you'll get to the same area that you would drop down to, but you can approach it from a much better angle. So ideally, you would want to come around this way. And never mind the graves. I'm trying to make sure I miss as little as possible. That's going to get harder and harder the deeper we go into the Forbidden Woods. Oh, hey, a gesture. No, someone must have just raided that. That gate leads into a little hamlet. It's the same village section that you would have dropped into had you fallen down the ditch. But this way we can come out here. We can tackle the village. We can backtrack to tackle the village from a better spot. We have better options over here. I want to kill some of these dogs before they break out of their kennels, and then we can be we're good to go talking to this guy.
Hunter of beasts, are you? Glory be. You know not the value you possess. But more's the pity. The hours of the night are many, and the beasts more than I can count. A veritable hunt unending. Not even death offers solace, and the blood imbibes you a most frightful fate. Oh my. But I'm willing to do you a kindness. Step lightly round to the right of the great cathedral and seek an ancient, shrouded church. The gift of the Godhead will grant you strength. Yes, I'm unquestionably certain. Not even death offers solace.
So he wants us to go down the right path at the Grand Cathedral, where we went left to get to Hemwick Lane. A lattice-deformed rock, or perhaps a meteorite, appears useless but possesses some odd gravitational force that prevents its riddance. A dubious soul once said, "Step lightly around to the right of the Great Cathedral and seek an ancient shrouded church. The gift of Godhead will grant you strength." We've seen this latticed, rocky design before, and they call it the Gift of the Godhead. We've actually seen that design on the statues inside the Grand Cathedral. As for that NPC, after you enter the woods for the first time, the next NPC that you visit will be that guy. He replaces whoever is in the window. This, let's say, person who gives you the Tonsil Stone, the Stone of the Godhead, will just replace any NPC for a little while and give you that item. What the Tonsil Stone does, we'll find out much later, but the guy didn't sound like he had our best intentions in mind. Also, I encourage you to not Google image search tonsil stones because they're disgusting. They're like gross chunks of calcified stuff that get lodged in pockets in your tonsils, and they normally, like, that stuff normally falls out when you brush your teeth or comes out naturally. When they don't come out, though, they build into what are essentially tiny pebbles of disgusting crap. And the name will make sense much later. For now, we're going to put on Gascoigne's stuff, equip some antidotes, because we have a poison swamp. And no, we have not really gotten to Blighttown, the Blighttown or Valley of Defilement of this game yet. This is just a little preview of what's to come. We got snakes down here. They're bastards. We got a couple of items like Frenzied Cold Blood. This path, I believe, leads out to a fork where you can continue forward, or does it just go around to the other side? Yeah. Okay, there's a ramp that leads up and out of here, but there's still items we can grab. And we have a bunch of church giants in here, too. Slow poisoning. Oh, that's my monocular. Whoop. So at the very least, we can get that blood gemstone. Oh wait, they aren't church giants, are they? No. There's something else. I'm gonna use up a bunch of antidotes. There should still be a little bit more. Should still be at least one more thing, I think. Unfortunately, I don't have a really good trick for going through here. Oh, there's snakes down this path, aren't there? I hate these things. They suck. Oh, they really suck. Arcane blood gemstone. That, I believe, will replace the damage of a weapon with purely arcane damage. That might be the last antidote I have to use. I might need one more. Oh, no, that's not the one. Damn it! If I had gone down the right path, I wouldn't need this extra hand. Oh no, I totally would. How long I'm spending in this swamp. Okay, now we can take the ramp that leads to a big ladder. Make sure there's nothing down here that I missed. Good. This ladder leads far, far, far up.
What a thrill. Darkness and silence through the night. What a thrill searching and I'll melt into you. What a fear in my heart, but you're so supreme. I give my life, not for honor, but for you.
Finally, we're back out here, and this looks kind of familiar, doesn't it? Oh god, I almost fell back in the hole. That's the path forward. This gate, we see what's on the other side of it, right? Well, we are back out here. This is one of the first locked gates that we encountered in the entire game. It's the one right next to the front entrance to Iosefka's clinic. One of the first locked gates we encountered in the game is now open. And through this path, we can actually get around to the back of Iosefka's clinic, somewhere we have not seen before. And there is some interesting stuff going on inside the back of Iosefka's clinic. This is one of my favorite secret areas. First off, we get a brain sucker, or a mind flayer, whatever you want to call them. That's odd enough to have back here. God, they're so durable. That's a grab. Their grab is really heavily telegraphed, luckily. I don't know why they drop Quicksilver bullets. Doesn't make much sense. Anything like that? No. I was thinking it might be like the well in Majula, where you hit the bucket in and you get the Estus shard. This ladder leads up to the roof of the clinic, where we have a couple of crows to fight. And then I think we will enter the clinic on the second floor. Oh, this is so cool. I can't wait to get inside. What this reminds me of is getting back to the Undead Asylum in Dark Souls 1. It's very, very similar to that. There you are. Oh my god, I took like 5 hits there. I underestimated the crows. Okay, I'm not missing anything. Yeah, this is the second floor of Iosefka's clinic. So we can take a look around. Oh man, oh, I love this. Secrets are the best part of the game. And what the hell is that? By the way, you should recognize this room because it's the room that you start the game in. This is your hospital room from the beginning that you wake up in. This blue alien-looking creature drops a Iosefka's blood vial, and we also pick up a summons to Canehurst Castle. Yeah, that's the note that we first see in the game. So this must be the door that we normally talk to Iosefka through. Yeah, because that's the lantern down there on the floor below. So we normally come this way to talk to Iosefka. Let's see. Let's check out the Canehurst summons. An old bloodstained summons inviting an honored guest to the Forsaken Castle Canehurst. Rather bafflingly, it is addressed to you. Do not hesitate, the stagecoach leaves from Hemwick Crossing. Hemwick Crossing is near the area where you fight the Witch of Hemwick if you backtrack to the yard with the executioners in it. So this is why it reminds me so much of going back to the Undead Asylum. One, it's the way back to this place is hidden, and you find something akin to the strange doll in the back of the Undead Asylum, where you start the game. It's even the same room that you start the game. Like in Dark Souls 1, you find the doll in the cell that you start the game in, and here you find the summons in the room that you start the game in. and it leads to a really well-hidden optional area. In the case of Dark Souls 1, it's the Painted World. In here, it's Castle Canehurst. Oh my god, I can't wait. This is so cool. This is so damn cool. We find a communion rune in here too. Wait, I'm going to the wrong place. Oh, communion. This is just a better version of a rune we already have. This is the +3 version of communion, so it gives you 3 extra blood vials. We very intentionally ignored this pathway a moment ago, so let's see what's going on up here.
Ah, moonlit scents. How did you worm your way in here? Very unfortunate. I had such high hopes for you. Well, I won't make any excuses. Would you mind leaving us alone? Things need not change. You'll do the rescuing, and I'll do the saving. But if you refuse to leave... Oh well. I've always wanted to try my hand on a hunter.
So you can fight her, and she turns hostile forever, or you can turn around and leave now, and something neat will happen. That's gonna do it. Actually, you know what? No, that's not gonna do it yet. I want to talk about this a little bit more. So there's this freakish blue alien-looking creature in here who drops Iosefka's blood vial. Remember how at the start of the game, Iosefka gave us those vials? So that's in all likelihood Iosefka that we killed. But she used to say at the very start of the game that she couldn't open the doors for us because she couldn't risk infection. And then we go back to her later and her whole demeanor has changed. She starts holding a weapon and she's telling you to send people to her. Well, apparently there are 2 Iosefkas. There's an imposter who must have killed the real one and taken her place. She must be experimenting on the patients that you send her. That alien thing was the original Iosefka, the kind-hearted nurse. And to add to that, the credits list a Iosefka and an imposter Iosefka. And then one extra little detail here, if you do a little bit of sequence breaking early in the game to get back to get to the back of the clinic early, you'll find that there are 2 different Iosefka models in the clinic here. I'm going to opt to leave Imposter Iosefka alive for a little while longer, because this is going to lead to some really interesting places. Anyway, that's going to do it for now. Thanks for watching, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one.